Hello, and this is Delia again, and I have another little story in our book, the Disney Junior Storybook Collection, and this story is going to be called Henry HuggleMonster Daddy-O Daycare. HuggleMonster, he looks cute. Well, actually, let's do piano lesson, not that one, since I'm already at it. Henry HuggleMonster, the piano lesson. Bill, are you enjoying the sunshine today? Pretty nice today. Okay, here we go. Henry HuggleMonster is bored with a capital B-O-R-E-D. There are only so many times a monster can toss a bright pink ball into the air and catch it all by himself. A good game of catch requires a partner, any partner at all, like Dado. Except Dado's in the kitchen juggling plates and a juicy slice of watermelon. Ah, goo, Henry's little baby brother. Ivor cheers. Daddy-O's busy cooking dinner, Henry sighs, and Mama's getting ready for piano lessons, so I can't bug her. Then Henry remembers who is super fun to bug. His sister Summer. He races up the stairs, barges into her room. Summer's twirling around on one web foot. No can do, Henry, Summer says before he can even ask. I'm trying to beat the world record for monster periods. What's a period? Henry wonders. Summer doesn't answer. She just keeps on spinning. So it's just spinning, Henry says. Then I'll spin with you. Henry grabs his sister around the waist and starts to spin and spin and spin. And soon they topple to the floor. Henry almost had the record, Summer says. I was only off by 137 spins. Oh, sorry, Henry apologizes. I know you're sorry, Henry, and I'm sorry I have to ask you to leave. But I have to pirate alone, Summer says. The only family member left to bug is his big brother, Kobe. Henry knows Kobe definitely won't be road. I can't say that. Rouetting. He's busy inventing a new gadget. Hey, Kobe, Henry says excitedly. You want to play catch or something? Sorry, little bro, Kobe replies. I'll have to finish this thing, and maybe later. Henry tries to hide his disappointment. Sure, that's cool, he says. Henry trudges out of Kobe's room. Every single HuggleMonster is too busy to play with him. Just then Henry hears a song that is music to his ears. Ding dong! It's the doorbell. Gertie GloMonster is standing at the front door, 5 minutes early for her piano lesson with Mama. Gertie's here to play with me, Henry gushes. I didn't even know she was coming. This is going to be roarsome. Henry runs back down the stairs and rushes to the front door. Hey, Gertie, says Henry. It sounds like you're all ready to play. I sure am, Henry, Gertie replies. Roars some, Henry cheers. I thought we could start with some catch and then play a little tag. And maybe build a fort. That would be great, says Gertie. Except I'm not here to play. I'm here to play the piano. I have a piano lesson with your mama. Daddy-O suggests that Gertie can stay to play with Henry after her lesson. It all sounds perfect to Dado, Mama, and Gertie, but it does not sound so perfect to Henry. He needs someone to play with now. Gertie sits down on the piano bench and starts to tap the keys with her fingertips, showing Mama how good she has gotten by practicing for exactly 38 minutes every night and twice on Sundays. Impressive, Mama says. Henry is not impressed. He is more bored than ever. He hides behind a chair and calls to Gertie. Then he sticks his fingers in his monster mouth, stretches his lips, and sticks out his tongue. And Gertie giggles. Henry, what are you doing? Mama asks. Making crazy faces to show Gertie how much fun she'll have when we play together, Henry answers. Henry, we need to focus on our lesson now, Mama says, seriously. We'll call you when we're done, I promise. Okay, Mama, Henry sighs. Henry agrees, but he isn't happy. The piano lesson is going to take forever. It feels like time is slowing down. Henry goes back and outside. He slumps down on the front step and pats Beckett's furry head. That's when he has a great idea. If you can't beat 'em, join 'em, he says to Beckett as he runs off. Henry drags a drum kit into the living room. Sticks in hand, he starts to bang a beat. Bam, bam, crash, rat-a-tat, boom. Gertie's graceful piano playing is now accompanied by lots of loud banging noises. Henry, Mama calls Ellie, I can't teach Gertie with you banging on your drums. You can play with Gertie afterwards. Right now, I need you to be patient. Patience is not one of Henry's strongest suits, but HuggleMonsters always find a way. Henry sits on the stairs and tries to be patient. Then he hears Summer singing in her room. Maybe she's finished dancing. She's not. A true dancer never stops perusing, Summer sings. Then Summer gives her brother some advice. When I'm looking for something to do, I usually dress up like a princess. Henry doesn't think he'd make a good princess, but he is ready to try anything. He digs into Summer's dress-up box, pulls out a mustache and a top hat. Hey, I look like Gertie's dad. Henry chuckles when he looks in the mirror. Henry decides to take his dress-up game to a new level. He runs outside and rings the front doorbell. Yeah, hello, he calls in a fake deep voice. Coming, Mama calls as she opens the door. It's, me, Gertie's dad, Henry says. I'm terribly awfully sorry, but I have to pick up my Gertie early. I have her stop playing the piano so she can play with her good friend, the very handsome and patient Henry HuggleMonster. Oh, Henry, Mama laughs, what will you think of next? Gertie's lesson isn't finished yet. Patience, sweetie. This must be the longest piano lesson ever, Henry wails. Hey, Henry, Gertie says. I can't wait to play with you, but I have exactly 13 minutes and 12 seconds left in my lesson. Then maybe we can have a snack together or something. Piano lessons make me hungry. Henry turns around and sees Dado coming through the yard, his arm full of grocery bags, and Ivor strapped on his back. Hey, kiddo, Dado calls. What's the matter? It's just really hard to be patient, Henry explains. Maybe you can find something fun to do until Gertie's finished, Dado suggests. Henry follows Dado and Ivor into the kitchen. He helps unpack the grocery bags full of supplies. Dado needs to finish his watermelon lasagna. Dado, maybe while I'm being patient, I can bake something for Gertie, Henry says. Dado thinks that's a roartastic idea. Henry knows that Gertie's favorite snack is ginger and bacon bean cookies. There's only one way to make them, says Dado, and it starts with a huggle juggle. While Dado is just busy juggling supplies, Kobe comes in with his new inventions, the Twixer mixer and the Whipper Flipper. Henry puts the ingredients into the Twixer mixer, whirl, swirl, plop. Batter flies out of the mixing bowl and all over Ivor's face. This is fun, Henry cheers. Henry rolls the dough into cookie shapes, then Kobe pops them in the oven with the Whipper Flipper. 11 minutes and 7 seconds later, Gertie comes into the kitchen. Henry, I finished my lesson. Right on time, she says cheerfully. Henry looks up from the mixing bowl, surprised. Wow, that was fast, Henry says. Time really does zoom by when you're having fun. I forgot all about being patient. Gertie, Dado, Mama, Kobe, Summer, and even Ivor laugh. And then they all sit down to share a snack of ginger and baked bean cookies, followed by a roartastic game of catch. Yay! And that was that story, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoy reading it to you all, and I enjoy the time we have together. And there's the bell. Make up a song. Next time I see y'all, I'll have a song made up. Have a wonderful day. There will be more coming soon. Take care.